Security, radio, emergency navigation, sorry, for a new gale warning, please now be Security, will take station, security radio, for new gale warning, please now be
You remember when it was?
Ich remember it was when I lost my head. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have so much space. And when you're out there, without care. Yeah, ich was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy?
Australia called. The deal with the OVNI did not work out. Eddy contacted his French crew and went to search for the Boreal. A sailing cruiser we had no chance yet to look at. Jean explains Eddy. I wanted to build a solid but performing boat, a voluminous all-rounder, comfortable at sea and at anchor, easy to use and to maintain. Our doghouse with an incorporated chart table is quite unique in this boat length category. A fast boat, simple to use and to maintain, which makes you feel at ease in Cowes, in the Polynesian lagoons or even in the roaring 50s. From their own experiences and feedbacks from their clients, Boreal has gained rare insight about long-distance cruising. Although all the calculations concerning structure and stability are double-checked by international engineering offices, it is Jean-Francois Delvoye who is at the heart of the conception of the different Boreals. Even if aluminium is not an imperative for blue water cruising, it seems to be the most adequate material. Its exceptional capacity to deform without breaking gives the crew the most chances to stay unharmed in case of a major accident. And for sure while traveling, one day you will hit something, a container, a whale, unidentified floating objects or a rock. From a more technical point of view, the hulls of Boreal are made of aluminium 5086 and 5083 with triple chines on floating frame and rails. The plate thickness are as followed: bottom plate and keel, 12 mm, lower chine, 8 mm, middle and highest chine, 5 mm and deck, 4 mm. The construction includes an icebreaker stem and two watertight bulkheads, one at the front, one at the back. All our hulls are insulated without any heat bridges and we use double glass. The shape of the hull is modern with rather narrow entries into water, tensed lines at the front, a big but not extreme beam, and a carrying rear. The hull is balanced and undergoes little deformation when heeling. The keel embryo has several functions. It allows beaching and drying out without resting on the bottom plate. It is an anti-drift surface increasing course stability. It effectively protects propeller and rudder. It lowers the gravity center of the boat. Engine, ballast, batteries and diesel tanks are in the keel. One centerboard and two dagger boards at the rear. The NACA profiled centerboard increases the boat's draft from 1m15 to 3m15, changing the board's angle moves the anti-drift center forward and backwards, which contributes to help balancing the rudder. The two 14 degrees inclination and 5 degrees incidence dagger boards at the back help balancing the boat going windward and ease the autopilot. This is done by playing on the height of the emerged, downwind, dagger board. Going downwind, centerboard, almost completely, up and the two dagger boards down, the boat is as on rails, gentle and pleasant to steer. Eddy hides, and get on board a Boreal, to get the feel of this cruiser. Like last time, he needs to call his friends in the agency to get him from board. The Portuguese Navy send their choppers and come to the rescue. The crew and the Boreal sails onward to Places Uncharted, to places where the normal cruising community would not go.
Security or station security radio, have you a warning in 20 camps? Security, station radio, prevention of navigation, sorry, for a new gale warning, this is now a 20 camps. Security or station, security radio, for new gale warning, please click on the assessment 20 camps.
Here, as explained earlier, one can see the two dagger boards. The NACA profiled center board increases the boat's draft. Changing the board's angle moves the anti-drift center forward and backwards, which contributes to help balancing the rudder. Going downwind, center board, almost completely, up and the two dagger boards down, the boat is as on rails, gentle and pleasant to steer, even in heavy seas. We are traveling in the search for our destination, which will take us to places uncharted. Do we really want to travel in hermetically sealed plastic vessels through the rural provinces in search of utopia of France Atlantic, the Caribbean, Panama, the Southern Ocean, the Far East and Pacific? And to endure cold of the Arctics, or just eating only in hard rock cafes and McDonald's?
Madame,
Or do we want to eat and travel without fear, tearing into the local stew? The humble taqueria's mystery meat? The sincerely offered gift of a lightly grilled fish head? We know what we want. We want it all. We want to try everything once. Travel isn't always pretty. It isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it hurts, it even breaks your heart. But that's okay. The journey changes you. It should change you. It leaves marks on your memory, on your consciousness, on your heart, and on your body. You take something with you. And hopefully, you leave something good behind. A story from and by Marinus and his crew traveling to places uncommonly not visited by the cruising communities. Follow us and subscribe.